Oh yeah, this is gonna be my favorite song on here. It's such a hard rock song. I love it. Hey everyone, welcome to Music Mania. I'm your host Christina, and today we are going to be reacting to Halsey's new album, If I Can't Have Love, I Want Power. Now, Halsey themselves has said that this is a concept album about the joys and kind of the scariness of childbirth. And this was a super interesting album to listen to. She actually got the help of some very special people from Nine Inch Nails, from Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross. And these two produced, I believe, the entire album. So this was a very interesting industrial rock slash alternative rock album, and I'm gonna be sharing my thoughts about that coming up right now.
What you can take, what you please don't give a damn. It's in the blood, and this is tradition. You can't take it.
So up first, we get the very haunting opener called The Tradition, and this song talks about female oppression and ways that women are held back, that it's actually traditional to hold women back in society. And this song is kind of like an uplifting song in a way because it's talking about moving forward as well. And overall, I do like the way that this song is structured. It's very, very haunting. It's pretty simple, and even the lyrics themselves are pretty catchy. Like, I found myself actually singing along to the song maybe the second chorus in, and when you know it's a catchy, catchy song, it's a good one.
A bedroom, otherwise I'm useless. I don't really mean it, 'cause who the fuck would choose this? But maybe I could hold you in the dark.
Up next, we have Bells in Santa Fe. Now, this song, I believe, is talking about miscarriage, and Halsey herself has even said that they've struggled with miscarriages before, so I wouldn't be surprised that it's on the album here. And I believe it is about miscarriage because some of the lyrics, like, well, maybe I could hold you in the dark, you won't even notice me depart, and it's not a happy ending, don't wait for me, don't wait for me. As far as production wise goes, you have these little synth beats in the back as well as the piano. And Halsey's voice sounds pretty good on this, and this was such a nice, fun, experimental track to listen to.
I sleep with one eye open, one eye closed, 'cause I hate myself. If you give me love, I lost all my faith.
Now we have Easier Than Lying. And I'm gonna just admit right now, the first two tracks, they're very haunting, very slow. And at that point, I was like, okay, now what are we gonna come up with next? Because I don't think we can keep doing this the entire album, right? So now Easier Than Lying starts playing, and I was like, oh yeah, this is gonna be my favorite song on here. It's such a hard rock song. I love it. And this song talks about, personally, I think toxic people. There's a very telling lyric in this song. It says, well, if you're a hater, then hate the creator. It's in your image that I'm made. So I think that this is about people who try to control your image and who you're supposed to be, and then they don't really like something about you or what you did, and then they decided that you're done. Like, you're just kind of tossed over there. It's such an empowering track, and then especially when the chorus hits, it's such a hard rock song. Like, it's one of those like mosh pit songs, guys. I'm not even kidding. And production wise, it sounds awesome. It's not a mess. Like, it sounds like, because you know how sometimes hard rock songs, they can either be really messy or really like good. This song is like right in the middle where it's a little messy but not too messy. It's just the right balance, and I really enjoyed it.
Moment, I can't call it love if I show it. I just fuck things up if you notice. Have you noticed? Tell me, have you noticed?
So now we have Lilith, right? And Lilith is one of those songs that talks about self-destructive behaviors. And Halsey themselves has even very clearly talked about this before in their songs, especially with Bad at Love. We all know that song. And this is, I feel like, the same nod to that. This song is production wise behind a very simplistic drum beat. At some point, though, I did start getting a little bit bored with the song, and you never want to be bored on an album, which is like a complete danger sign. And I feel like this wasn't the right track to follow up with Easier Than Lying. I feel like if this would have gone a little bit lower on the track list or somewhere where it was like a mid tempo song, then maybe the placement would have made a little bit more sense then.
Going with the same damn problems. This good as it gun before you know it, it's done. And you'll be wishing that you crossed your fingers. Oh, but God is.
So, with Girl is a Gun, right? I believe that this song is also echoing the same sentiments as Lilith is. As far as the lyrics go, she is talking about how they get into a relationship and then when it doesn't work out, she can just let them go because they always have some type of relationship problem going on anyway. So in this song, lyrics wise, they say this girl is a gun, before you know it, it's done, and you'll be wishing that you cross your fingers. And also, another very telling lyric in this song is that it's never enough, so I'm giving you up, and you'll be better with a nice girl, darling. And yeah, I believe it's pretty much echoing the same sentiments as Lilith is. And production wise, this song I think is pretty experimental as well, just like Bells in Santa Fe. It has a very EDM type of beat going on while also having some drums in the background. It's a pretty cool track to listen to, and I definitely recommend.
Go on and be a big girl. You asked for this now. Go on and be a big girl.
So now we have the song You Asked for This. And in You Asked for This, this song is essentially talking about how girls are forced to grow up and mature faster than men do. And the lyrics highlight this, especially when it says, "Go on and be a big girl. You asked for this now. You better show them why you talk so loud." And overall, production wise, this is a very mid tempo rock song. It has guitars and drums in the back, just the same stuff that you get in a rock song. And for me, this song gives me very nostalgic vibes. This song reminds me of a song that could be in like an early 90s to mid 2000s movie where the character has like everything go wrong in the movie for them and then you play this song right here and all of the problems start getting resolved. It's very one of those like uplifting nostalgic type of songs and I really enjoyed it.
To visit me when I am dead and gone, darling. Don't you? As
Now we have Darling. And Darling is a nice little acoustic guitar song. And in this song, Halsey is essentially writing a love song to their newborn child Ender. And in this song, especially, even before the chorus, she's talking about how, it's been one negative event after another. They've been touring for a bit. They don't really have too much of a family life at home because they're always gone. But now she's been able to create this new family. And even in the song, too, she gives her child Ender the reason that she's been alive today. And it's a nice, sweet little song. It's nothing, like, I would say that this is nothing too out of the ordinary or too original. It's just a nice little acoustic song that's really, really sweet.
and I would break it for you. And I won't die for love, but ever.
1121 has deep significant meaning for Halsey as she revealed that she found out she was pregnant on 11/21/20. So this is the song where she is excited about finding out that they're pregnant, but at the same time, they're scared about what will happen, as Halsey has publicly stated before that they've suffered through miscarriages before this point, and essentially she this is very much like a I'm very happy about this, but I'm also kind of terrified and scared about what's going to happen, and I hope that everything goes well type of song. And production wise, this is again kind of like a simplistic guitar and drums kind of beat, but this one holds a little bit more personality than the rest of them, I feel like, especially since there's so much meaning behind this song. And overall, I feel like this was a pretty good song as well. I just probably wouldn't listen to this song as much as the others.
Like honey, all I can taste is the blood in my mouth and the bitterness and goodbye. Dripping like honey down the back of my.
So I know that Halsey said that this song is about a party girl, but I feel like that this could be about an ex-girlfriend or just kind of like an ex-partner in general. Like in the lyrics, it says, "She was sweet like honey, but all I can taste is the blood in my mouth and the bitterness and goodbye," which kind of further proves my point about this being a breakup song. And in this song, Halsey talks about how this person is a party person. They don't really take life too seriously. They kind of just hang around, and the breakup was bitter, but they were thankful that they were in a relationship with this person. And production wise, this song is very rock heavy, like guitars and drums in here. Halsey was like, at this point, she was like, I've had ballads, I've had a couple of mid tempo songs. I think now is time for another rock song. And I'm very glad that they put it on this part of the album too, especially since near the end of albums is when the albums kind of start to get stale a little bit. So it was a nice, refreshing song to put. And you could definitely feel Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's influence on this album, and especially on this song as well.
The lie that I'm composed. I've got a monster inside me that eats personality types. She is constantly changing her mind on the day.
So now we have Whispers, and Whispers is a song about mental illness and how mental illness can affect not just romantic relationships, but any type of relationship that you're in, and how also your brain can essentially sabotage the way that you think and what you think that you want, but you might not want, and a constant battle with yourself. You know what I mean? And in the chorus, especially, she highlights this with using the voices from her head with what she wants and how they're constantly just battling each other out. And as far as production wise goes on this song, this is another very type of creepy piano song. However, honestly, my overall thoughts on this song, I feel like this song was missing something. I feel like maybe if the song was a little bit faster or had maybe another instrument or something that could just spruce it up a little bit, I feel like it would have made it a little bit better, cuz the overall tone is just the piano playing in the background, and it just is this one like it just this one part that just keeps going for the rest of the song. I feel like it could have done better.
No matter how long. I am not a woman, I'm a guy. I am not a mother, I'm a problem.
So now we have one of the lead singles off of this album called I Am Not a Woman, I'm a God. And I actually did do a reaction to this music video on my channel. If you guys haven't watched that, make sure to watch it. Anyways, this song, right? So this song talks about self-love while also having self-doubt, and this is highlighted in the chorus as Halsey sings, "I am not a woman, I'm a god. I am not a martyr, I'm a problem. I am not a legend, I'm a fraud." So you see it's kind of like two very different ends of the spectrum here. And honestly, this is probably another one of my favorite songs on here. This song is so interesting to listen to. I feel like this is such a good sing-along song, and especially when you get to the second chorus, you're already singing along to it. I knew with this title, You can't have a title like this and not have it be a good song. Like, come on now.
To be found. There is a lighthouse in the middle of the deep end. I'm still stranded.
So Halsey has mentioned how this song is about sirens and how they seduce sailors, and once they seduce the sailors, they eventually end up killing them. However, I feel like that this is also figuratively about an ex-boyfriend, and when I say an ex-boyfriend, I mean her tumultuous relationship with rapper G-Eazy, because we all know how that ended up. But anyways, there are lyrics like he was tall and mean with venom eyes so green, and a sailor and a savior because they only tell you lies, which I feel like further proves my point that song is about him. Production wise, this is not the best song at all. This is one of my least favorite tracks on here. I feel like this song is super messy. Like there's a good amount of mess that you can do in a rock song, especially because this song is very rock heavy, like super rock heavy. But the production on this, I feel like, is too messy for me. I feel like this song could have been shorter than it was. This is a 4.5 minute song. I feel like if they cut this song in half to like 2.5 minutes, it would have been better. But overall, just it's not my favorite song.
And the loving needs the bleeding, and your beauty is a blessing. And I never got to tell you how I love the way my eyes make yours.
So I'm so ready for you guys to roast me in the comments if I say this name wrong. But the last song that we have on this album is called Ya Aberna. And I believe that this word is Arabic and it roughly translates to You Bury Me. And as far as the song goes, I believe that this song is another song dedicated to Halsey's newborn baby. And it talks about how she would basically die before this person dies, meaning that if this person were to ever die when she is alive, then they would just not want to live anymore and it would be super difficult to live on without them. And as far as the production goes on this song, this is a nice little ballad to close out the album. I thought that they would have gone the opposite route and just closed off on another rock song, but I guess since they had The Lighthouse before this song, then it would have been a nice balancing out to everything. And I'm super glad that they included this at the end because I personally feel like that this was a nice closing track. So my overall thoughts about this album, I feel like that this is a very nice concept album about pregnancy like Halsey has highlighted. And there were songs, a couple of songs actually, that I really did like, and I feel like that are some of their very best that they've done before. And then there were others that I felt like were okay, and some that kind of missed the mark for me at least. Overall, I feel like I'm gonna give this album an 8.5 out of 10. It was a nice album. I feel like with the songs I did like, they were very nice. And like I said, I feel like some of these songs are Halsey's best that they've ever done before in their career thus far. And even if this album doesn't get as much media attention as the other past albums have before, I feel like so far that this is their best body of work. So now I am gonna put my ranking of the songs up next. Thank you guys so much for watching this album review. Make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel and make sure to watch my other videos. I also have my music video reactions and I also have my other album review reactions, which you guys should definitely go watch if you haven't already. So make sure to stay tuned for the rest of my videos and I hope I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye!